Foxstone Park, Virginia, February 18th, 2001. A man tapes a bag of classified documents beneath a wooden footbridge, expecting $50,000 in return. He does not see the agents already moving toward him from the tree line. His first words once they have him: "What took you so long?" His name is Robert Hanssen, FBI Special Agent, 25 years inside the bureau he swore to serve. For 22 of those years, on and off in 3 separate stretches, starting in 1979, he sold his own country's secrets to Soviet, then Russian, intelligence. Nobody inside the FBI caught him. Nobody outside it did either. He simply kept going. Rewind. He joined the Bureau in 1976. Counterintelligence work in New York, then Washington, then back again. Postings that handed him broad access to classified files, and to the FBI's own investigations of itself. Married to Bonnie Walk since 1968. 6 children, a convert to Catholicism, and by every account, devout. He attended 6:30 a.m. Mass most mornings for over a decade. He was active in Opus Dei. He sent his children to its schools. He urged fellow Catholics in the FBI to attend Mass more often. He is reported to have confessed the espionage itself to priests more than once, and separately to have called the Russians he was spying for godless. None of it stopped him. What he sold, roughly 6,000 pages of classified material, nuclear war planning, weapons programs, the FBI's own surveillance methods, the identities of Soviet officers secretly working for his own side. In September of 1989, he handed over something bigger: the location of an FBI and NSA tunnel, dug beneath the Soviet embassy in Washington, to listen in on the people it belonged to. He was paid $55,000 for that one. The following month, over the full 22 years, more than $1,400,000. Cash, diamonds, Rolex watches. He signed his letters, Ramon Garcia, and never once met his handlers face to face, with a single failed exception. Instead, chalk marks on signposts, thumbtacks pressed into telephone poles. A handler's own instructions survive, in writing. Colored sets are sold at CVS. When he and his handlers set a drop date in writing, they added 6 to the month, the day, the hour. A note that read September 9th really meant March 3rd. Simple, almost quaint. And underneath the tradecraft, real people paid for it. On October 1st, 1985, Hanssen exposed 2 KGB officers who were secretly working for the FBI, Valery Martinov and Sergei Motorin. Both men were recalled to Moscow. Both were arrested. Both were executed, shot in the back of the head. A third officer exposed that same day. Boris Yuzhin survived 6 years in prison and eventually reached the United States. Martinov and Motorin did not. While Hanssen kept working, the FBI was hunting a mole, and for years it hunted the wrong man. Brian Kelley, a CIA counterintelligence officer, Air Force background, 2 degrees. Good at his job. Good enough that his own work in the late 1980s helped lead investigators to a real Soviet suspect, a State Department official under suspicion. Then the suspicion turned. Somehow, investigators decided Kelley himself had tipped the suspect off. Through the 1990s and into 2000, both the CIA and the FBI investigated him as a Soviet mole. Years of surveillance, telephone wiretaps, repeated interrogation. His own attorney would later say authorities threatened him with the death penalty. He was suspended from his job for over a year. His daughter had followed him into the CIA. Agents took her into an interview room and told her that her father was a spy. She was innocent of anything. So was he. The case broke on a purchased file, not a lucky guess. The FBI paid $7 million to a former Russian intelligence officer for a single dossier, the file on an anonymous American mole, known inside the Bureau only by a codename, B. Inside that file, an audio tape, a recorded conversation from July 21st, 1986, between the mole and a KGB officer. FBI agent Michael Wagespack recognized the voice. Notes in the file quoted a line from General Patton's speech to the Third Army, a line analyst Bob King remembered Hanssen using himself. Personally, 2 fingerprints, lifted from a trash bag inside the file, matched Hanssen's exactly. The same file that named Hanssen cleared Kelley, internally, by November of 2000, months before the public arrest. But the public exoneration, the formal apology, came only after Hanssen was already in custody. And even then, only after Congress pushed for it. On July 6, 2001, Hanssen pleaded guilty. 13 counts of espionage, 1 count of attempted espionage, 1 count of conspiracy to commit espionage, 15 counts in total, the deal that kept him off death row in exchange for telling investigators exactly what he had given away. At sentencing, on May 10, 2002, Judge Claude Hilton handed down 15 consecutive life sentences, without the possibility of parole. Hanssen spoke for himself. "I apologize for my behavior. I am shamed by it. I have opened the door for calumny against my totally innocent wife and children. I have hurt so many deeply." He served it at ADX Florence, the federal supermax in Colorado, 23 hours a day, alone, in a cell. He died there on June 5, 2023, of colon cancer, 79 years old. Brian Kelley was reinstated. He later received the CIA's Distinguished Career Intelligence Medal. He spent his remaining years teaching counterintelligence to a new generation of government personnel. He died in 2011, at 68, still known to most of the country, if he is known at all, as a footnote to another man's story. The FBI caught its spy after 22 years. It took 5 more months and an act of Congress to say sorry to the man it broke while it was looking.